When people talk about sex trafficking, it's always with the image of a young girl. But in reality, young boys are targeted to a disturbing degree as well. Horrifically, there's a national organization that specifically targets young boys. Its name is NAMBLA.
NAMBLA is the North American Man-Boy Love Association. It's a group of men that are sexually attracted to boys.
Bob Hamer spent 26 years in the FBI, much of it working undercover, as a hitman, drug trafficker, international arms dealer, professional gambler, and pedophile.
I literally sat through a meeting with the members in which they discussed having oral sex on 18-month-old boys. I was able to attend two of their kind of top secret national conferences. Once I got to the meeting, I realized that it was more about celebrating your love for boys, where to go to find boys, how to seduce boys. It was those type of things that the members were talking about. Most of the men that I dealt with were high-functioning individuals. I think a lot of us think we can identify who the pervert is. We think, oh, they hang out at the public park with a trench coat and flash somebody, but that's not what I ran into. I found that the men in this organization ran the socioeconomic gamut. One of the men that we convicted had a Corvette, and that was sort of his entree into the boys, because he would allow the boys to ride in his Corvette. They liked his car. It varied with each person, but it really is. It's a grooming process. I mean, it's similar to the dating process, where it begins with a glance, with a kind word, with a conversation, and pretty soon you've developed this relationship. One of the members was big into Frisbee, and it allowed him to kind of come behind the boy to hug him and get close to him and show him how to toss this Frisbee. They sought out that child that was seeking a father figure. And once they were able to identify that person, that's how they were successful in their seduction. I will only apply this to NAMBLA. I am not an expert I'm not a child psychologist. I'm not trained in psychology. But in my experience with NAMBLA, 3 years, not on a daily basis, but 3 years in the organization, participating at a high level, writing for their magazine, communicating with 165 members that were in prison, not one child was successfully targeted by a NAMBLA member that had a strong, loving father figure in the home. And one of the members told me, "You can never cure us, but you always tell the court-ordered counselors what they want to hear."